General Baptist Engineer Egesa, born Emakunda, Emasava, Busia district. Educated. Then make switch up to senior 6. From senior 6, I went to London, Lincoln University, Cranwell College for aeronautical engineering. I came from Cranwell. I was commissioned by the Queen of England on the 30th of September 1972, Friday. From cadet to second lieutenant, engineer, aeronautical. I came back to Uganda 1973. I was designated to be the Chief Technical Officer of Uganda Air Force, Entebbe Base. At the same time, I was the principal instructor of both technical school and flying school, based at Entebbe Air Base. 1974, I began the project of Nakasongola Air Base. Me, Egesa, and the PSC, Minister of Works, Mr. Waraga, and the starting a study Chief Engineer, Mr. Moro, we made Nakasongola Air Base. The runway, the cadet school, and the monitoring house. 1974. 1975, the government of Uganda purchased MiG-21 from Soviet Union, the Koyani company, Soviet Union. I assembled 17 MiG-21 aircrafts, 2 trainers, double cabin, and 15 fighters. Assembled from November 75 by March 1976, put it by July 76. The 17 aircrafts were in service in proper order. 76, July 3rd, Friday, the Jewish company, the Israeli company or government came here to rescue hostages from the French aircraft. Airliner, France airliner, which had been hijacked by the terrorists from Tel Aviv to Heathrow, because for humanitarian reasons the captain in charge, the crew, asked the president of Uganda, who was General Idi Amin, to allow them to come and land at Entebbe on the 3rd of July, Friday, 1976. So the aircraft carrying 108 people, it was Air France, carrying 108 people from Tel Aviv. The destiny, I don't know, but from Tel Aviv, destined for Heathrow Airport, London, diverted by hijackers to come to Uganda, Entebbe Air Base, where I was the chief engineer of the base. So on the 3rd morning, I left my house to go to the airport to find an aircraft holding 108 people. The president of the country at that time, General Idi Amin, came on board in my presidency to negotiate with the hijackers to allow the hostages to have water to go to the toilets. The president succeeded. We put the hostages to the old airport transit lounge. I was there physically. 108 people destined from Tel Aviv to Heathrow Airport, London. After that, on the very 3rd, on Friday night, the Jews, called it Israel and the whole world, Western world, came to rescue these hostages. Commandos arrived around 11 o'clock in the night with 2 aircrafts, C-130s, Hercules C-130s. One carried the hostages, the other one was carrying bombs, that if there's any repercussion from Uganda Air Force, the people would be rescued first of all, but the air base would be destroyed. None of this one happened. Only the hostages were taken away. And the one aircraft carrying bombs went away unhurt and unattacked. 1975, 1976, June. At the end of the story, hostages were released from Entebbe to Nairobi, Nairobi to Addis Ababa, Addis Ababa to their destinations, with the C-130 Hercules Air Force of Israel. The captain was Captain Cohen, commanding the operation. He died as a lieutenant colonel. 1977, January 6, President of Uganda, Commander of the Army and the Air Force, Armed Forces, came to the airport. It was a Monday, on the 6th of January, asking me, Egesa, captain, to go to India for a 3-year degree in telecommunications, specifying signals. So the same day morning, now it was now Tuesday morning at 4:30, aboard Ethiopian Airlines 720B, I left from Entebbe to India via Nairobi, via Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, via Bombay, and Bombay I avoided the aircraft to go to Pune in Maharashtra in India. 3 years I came back to find the regime reshuffled. The new regime, I don't want to work with it. I worked for it for a very short time and decided to stay away. 1993, 1987, 86, the NRM government came on power, finding me at the airport. It's me who introduced and ushered the NRA rebels. I was living in Katabi at that time. Katabi Barracks, Air Force Barracks. From there, I introduced them, told them the ranks of the army, told them the ranks of the Air Force, and the designations of the Air Force officers, pilots, or technicians, or engineers, or air traffic controllers. We call them ATMs at the control tower. That was the Air Force at that time. The first part of the Air Force was made by infantry officers, men from barracks of Uganda Army. 1993, I left the Air Force base at Entebbe because there were no aircraft, first of all. There were no aircraft, but I was the consultant. I stayed away up to the time of official resignation, official retirement. Up to now, from 1970 January up to now, I'm still demanding my payment of gratuities over the 47 years unpaid by Uganda Ministry of Defense. Today, all the time, by the way, I was a member of Red Cross from 1966. I was a blood donor, Uganda blood donor donation, up to date. Today, 2018, I've registered 156 units of blood donation, safe blood, my blood bank. In all the countries where I have been, I was donating blood, in Britain, in India, here in Africa, I do donate blood regularly. The pictures you are going to see are images of my awardments. My Parliament of Uganda, for example, the sachets you see me being decorated with by the Parliament of Uganda, with a speaker called Kadaga Alitwala, Speaker of Parliament, and the ministers of Parliament, the MPs of Parliament, they were there watching me being decorated. This was on the 9th of October, Independence Day, 2012. Pictures can show. The pictures are down as you can see them. I'm asking the public of Uganda and the government of Uganda to feel very sorry that a man of this nature, of the rank of a colonel of the Air Force, a professional engineer, unpaid for the last 40 years, guised as an employee, no license certificate, nothing given to me except the persecution. No payment, no salary, no pension, no fault of any kind ever committed by myself to anybody or to the government of Uganda as a government. I'm asking the government of Uganda to wake up and accomplish their duties, because my payment is not a favor of any despot or anybody. My favors, my benefits are a right, constitutional right, and human right, and the human rights right, set by the UN Charter of 1948. I am Colonel Egesa. pictures.